Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. My name is Boache and I'm so glad to come your way with another amazing video on the Mo channel. If you enjoy content like this and you are now joining me, click on the notification button and don't forget to subscribe for amazing videos like this. So today let's talk about delayed gratification and why it is important to embrace delayed gratification. You see, we live in a society that is fast-paced. Everything has to be fast. So when you start something, you want to receive or get the results the next day. And this has been a pattern with so many of us. I've experienced this several times. In fact, when I was growing up, I had a friend of mine, and this friend was someone who used to jump on ideas one after the other. So you would see him one day talking about a particular business or talking about a particular idea he has had and how he wished to implement it. And he will start with all enthusiasm. You will see the kind of zeal he's doing it with. And just in few weeks' time, you ask him again and he has stopped whatever he was doing and he has jumped to a different thing. And one pattern I realized about this friend of mine was he had actually attempted so many things. And the problem wasn't that he was failing at it. The problem was he was looking for results too quickly. You see, these people, I call them microwave dreamers, because usually they want to get results so fast that they are so impatient to actually wait to see growth in every arena at all that they try to venture in. But you know what? Success actually takes time. Success takes time. And for those of you who have studied this, all the amazing businessmen and all the people who have succeeded, you realize that they have some level of consistency when it comes to being patient with a particular idea. Some of them have been in businesses for about 10 years, 15 years. And just mind you, there had been certain times in their journey where they weren't seeing results, but they kept going. Just imagine, you start something, you are not getting results, and just in a span of 1 month, 2 months, you are up doing the next thing. Now, when that happens, it means it is very difficult for you to succeed. Because if your success is going to take 6 years, that means you are going to keep shifting to the next thing after the other because you think it's not going to succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something. You see, usually what we see as success, it sometimes looks like failure. Because no YouTuber or famous YouTuber started with millions of views in the first video. Usually it will start with 1, 2, 3. But it's perfectly fine because once you can embrace and appreciate the 3 views or the 2 views that you have, that means you are going to keep going. And by keeping at it, you are going to excel that way. But once I have an edge for instant gratification, and when I do things, I don't get results instantly, so I quit. There's no way I'm going to actualize success, or there's no way I'm going to see success or be successful at whatever I'm doing. So let's talk about this man, the man who brought KFC. Yes, he was, you see, this man was someone who had ventured a lot of things, different business ideas, and he was a very old man, by the way, when he was starting the KFC business. And you know what happened to him is he was a firefighter, he was a driver, he worked in different fields, and at the time that he was retiring with a social security check of I think $115 or $105 for every month. So just imagine you are in a situation like this and you still have hope to start something else. Yes, and once he started it, this time around, what distinguished this particular venture is he kept pushing. So he would go to different restaurants and tell them, I have a recipe, I want you to try it out for me, I want you to try it out. And you see, a dozen of restaurants denied him until one restaurant said yes, and that was how it all started. And that's at the time he was dying. He had actually built branches in different countries, about 100 and something countries, by the way. So when we say we want to be successful, or when we say we want to do something and succeed, it doesn't mean we are going to succeed on the first try, or we are going to succeed the day we start it. That is what we have to realize. When we want to be like very outstanding at whatever we are doing, let's say you start a business and you want to be in 5 countries or 10 countries in a couple of years, it doesn't start by just being successful right from the word go. It will start little by little. And trust me, most of the time, about 60% of the time, you are going to be in isolation. People won't believe in what you are trying to put out there until something works out. And when it works out, you realize that all of a sudden people are now appreciating your work and people are now believing in what you have to offer. That is how it usually works. So, to those of you who have tried something and it's not succeeding, trust me, success isn't just a one-time thing. It is something that comes with growth. You build character and all that. So if you've been trying something, you've kept doing something and it's not succeeding, keep doing it. Continue with your consistency. And don't back off. Don't back off from it. Because one thing about ideas is, so long as you are in the idea and you keep hustling, you keep grinding, and you keep mastering things one after the other, you gain some excellence that is going to attract the numbers. So once you don't just move from the idea, that means you have embraced growth and you have embraced being in isolation for some time to learn whatever you have to learn. And usually most of the time when you are in this stage, the stages of isolation, where no one is actually believing in what you are doing, or no one is even supporting you, it's boring. It's very boring. Let's say you put up a video as content creators, you put up a video on YouTube and you've just gone to watch the view, subscriber counts and all that. And it's like no one is watching the video or no one is subscribing. It feels boring, but that is the stage where you are building the character. That is the stage where you are building the technique, you are building the willpower and all that to keep moving. So once the character has been built, now success is inevitable, because even when no one was actually recommending or no one was actually supporting you, you were keeping at it. So what is going to happen when people are supporting you and people are now accepting your work? It's going to be easy for you to excel, or it's going to be easy for you to sustain the success that you have. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, if you are starting something and you are not seeing results, or you keep doing something and you are not getting results, this is the time you have to fine tune. This is the time you have to look at a couple of things and grow along the way. You shouldn't stop because no one is accepting your work, or you shouldn't stop because no one is believing in what you have to offer. When you stop, that means you never get the chance to succeed at it, or you never. Now when the hundreds of views or thousands of subscribers come about or come around to watch what you've put there, will you be still at it, or you would have stopped doing the next thing? Let's think about it critically, because there's always going to be a timeline when people will come around to check whether this guy is still at keeping at what he is doing, or has he stopped. And when they come and you have stopped, that means whatever success that you might have gained only fades. It fades and goes to the ground. Yes, that is what usually happens. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to tell you is embrace slow growth. Embrace delayed gratification. When you start something and you're not getting results, don't worry. Keep working on it. That is how everything works. That is how it works. Just point out the people, your favorite content creators or your favorite businessmen, and try to check out their beginnings. You realize that they have actually been consistent with the same thing for a long period of time. And usually some of them have done the same thing for years, about 2 decades, 3 decades. some even 40 years, just doing the same thing and growing. So once they have that reputation, success follows, and that is how it works. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the Mo channel once again. Don't forget to subscribe, click on the notification button, and once again, the name is Wachi. Till we meet again, stay safe.